Is this working? Oh my gosh, it is. I have a viewfinder. You're literally right here. It's pretty nifty. Hey, hello. My name is. Let's get this started with an intro. My name is Amanda. I am. Hello. 28. I live in the Midwest with my husband, my grandpa, my 3 cats and a dog, and now my brother also lives close by as well. This isn't normally what we do here. Usually it is a vlog style. And I am actually so behind on vlogs. Like, oh, you haven't even seen Thanksgiving and it's 2026. So we will work on that. I mean, to be completely honest, like life has just been busy. And that is what it is. But I'm here today because since I have you. And also, there's 40 of you. I have made so many jokes in recent vlogs about there only being 12 of you. Hello, welcome. I really want to document my 2025 bingo card, what I did on it, what I didn't do on it. I did a check-in, I want to say like 2 videos ago. There was a handful of things still missing from it. I will give you an update today. And then I'm going to tell you my goals for 2026 as well. I also did a bingo card. I know that some people are doing punch cards this year, which I think is really cute, but I honestly did the most in my journal this year for 2026. So let's go ahead and get started first with my 2025 bingo card. I am going to clip you to my sweater just for ease. This is new, by the way. This is my 2025 bingo card. I might include like an overlay of it so that you can see it and what it looks like. And I'm just going to go through with you the things that were on here and what I did and did not accomplish in 2025. First box was finish all of the Harry Potter movies. I think I said in my update that I thought I could do that. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that. No, I haven't seen all of the Harry Potter movies, but the goal for us is to try and watch them every time it snows. We have only watched one this year. We picked up from where we left off last year. So we watched Prisoner of Azkaban, and then I think we will try and squeeze in Goblet of Fire before the end of the winter, which is in 2026. And that is not all. What is it, like 7, 8, 9 movies? So yeah, I don't know why I put that. Go on a hike. I said I wouldn't do that like during the check-in because it got cold. I'll talk about my 2026 bingo card after. Get my teaching license done here. I did not get that done, even though there's no reason why I shouldn't have. If you don't know, I was a second grade teacher for 4 years, and just to have like in my toolbox, I would like to get certified in the state that I live in now. I have had all of the documentation. My fingerprints have been done. It was literally just sending it in. And I think that's more of like a mental thing for myself having left the classroom. I can go into that in a different video, but I didn't end up sending it in. It's all still sitting in my room. And I don't know if fingerprint clearance cards expire. I did those like in August. Watch Wicked Part 2. This is really bad. Well, it's not. It's not my fault. My brother and I were supposed to watch it during winter break, and the night that we were supposed to go to the movies to watch it when he was here, there was a blizzard, and it hadn't gone on streaming services yet. It went on streaming services 3 days later after he already left. So we actually scheduled to watch it tonight, but I need to film this. I have an early morning appointment tomorrow, and honestly, this week has been quite the dumpster fire, so we're going to watch it tomorrow, but it was not done in 2025. Be able to do 20 push-ups. This was pretty interesting for a goal. Could not do that. Go to 3 yoga classes. That was done. That's of my check-in. Gain 200 new Instagram followers. I did not meet that goal. I think I'm still at like 75. I have been uploading consistently on there, but the algorithm on Instagram is not kind. So celebrate turning 28. Done. Finish my office. I will give that to myself now, but it doesn't matter because I won't reach bingo either way. Visit a museum. We did do this year. Do a no-buy for 1 month. I did do this year. Go to Disneyland. Did not do this year. I could mark the free if I wanted to, but it wouldn't make a difference. Play a new video game is on here. I did not do that this year. Read 3 adult books. I did. Go to 5 concerts. I gave myself, if you want to hear the rationale behind that, you can watch the other video. Make 2 new friends. I did do that. Go to the gym 3 times a week for 2 months. I did that literally all year. Sometimes 3 times a week. I got up to 4 times a week even. So at least 3 things. I did do that. I have a certain amount of money I would have liked to have in my savings account, which I did not meet that goal. Bake something yummy. Did not do. Visit my family in New Mexico. Did not do. Try Pilates. I should have done and I didn't. Even at home one I would have given it to myself, but I didn't. Visit a new state. Did not do. The places that I did go I had been before, and then upload on YouTube, which I did. Hello. That was my 2025 bingo card. This year, instead of doing a 2026 bingo card, I actually did a 2025 recap which was essentially like a scrapbook junk journal-esque. It was just in this notebook that I don't use anymore. And it was really fun. I did it month by month, and I definitely got more creative as it went on. This took me all of New Year's Eve and then I think the first New Year's Day. But it was really enjoyable. I got to kind of look back on photos and memories over the year. I'll tell you some highlights. January, my grandpa turned 85, so he will be turning 86 this month. My husband and I celebrated 1 year married, so we are coming up on our 2-year wedding anniversary in a couple days. February, my brother and I did a sibling night. I don't think it was our first one, but sibling nights are always the best regardless. And I just had a lot of photos of sunsets over the winter because winter sunsets in the Midwest are beautiful. In March, we started painting my office, which was a huge accomplishment and has made a big difference being in the winter months. This time around, my office last year was dark blue. If you've seen the background of my videos now, it is yellow. So it feels a lot better being there. April, I traveled for work and went to Maryland, and it started getting sunnier and warmer outside, so I started sitting outside with Grandpa a little bit more. May, I had reached 6 months of working out consistently, and it really felt like summer had gotten there. Like looking at the background of this photo, it's green outside, which right now it is not. June was busy. June was my husband's birthday. I also went to 2 concerts in June. I saw Grant Perez and Jessie Reyes. In July, we had a camping trip, and that was really the focal point of July. August, I celebrated my birthday. I turned 28. In September, this is actually when I started vlogging, and I don't have that noted on here, but my husband really took our garden outside really seriously and grew zucchini, squash, and flowers. And I took my grandpa to a donkey basketball fundraiser, which I did a vlog. October, this is when we became friends. Like, you know most of these things. I went to Chicago for work. Saw Maroon 5. That was unreal. November, you haven't seen this because this is primarily Thanksgiving week, but I did see Paul McCartney for his Got Back tour with my brother, and we celebrated Thanksgiving together. And then we also had 2 pretty big storms here in the Midwest. One of them, we got 9 inches of snow, which is the most that I've seen since moving here. And then December, we celebrated Christmas, spent time together. I got to be with my brother and my brother-in-law about a week, each of them, and it was really fun. Other key highlights, I started my YouTube channel. I keep talking about that because that was a really big goal. I started taking my thrifting and lifestyle content more seriously, so that's over on TikTok. I left my teaching account and just completely redirected my energy to my new account, and it's been really fun. I went to the gym 3 to 4 times a week all year long. I sewed ornaments for people in my life. I got a grant for our resource center that was pretty massive. My best friend got engaged. Found out I like California rolls. That's an accomplishment. Made 2 friends. That was really big for me too. Moving here, not knowing anyone. I met my friend Anna pretty early on, and I'm really grateful for her because she has provided me with a sense of community that I wouldn't have had without her, and also kind of set the tone for me making friends thereafter. She was so welcoming and kind when I first met her and indicated that I wanted to start hanging out, and because that worked, I felt like I could do it again, and I did. That is 2025 kind of at a glance. So now I'm going to tell you 2026 bingo card. This one is not as like beautifully and master artist done because again, I did a lot of crafting for my recap. Another 5x5. I'm just going to run through this and tell you what is on my bingo card for this year. Go on a hike. I did put on there, there's no reason, like I live in the Midwest and it's beautiful in the summer. We did not go walking on a trail or go on a hike. Travel out of the country, get my teaching license, get 300 Instagram followers. So I went from 200 to 300, but now again, there's more of a strategy behind it. So maybe I will get there. Go to Disney. That'll be on there every year if it's up to me. Visit an old friend. I put that on there because obviously my life up until moving here was all in Arizona. So maybe I will see some friends in Arizona, have that dollar amount in my savings account. Visit New Mexico. This one is a really big one for me this year. Go on 3 trips with my husband out of the state. I haven't talked about this side of caretaking. I've touched on it talking about how my brother has moved here to kind of help out with my grandfather. My husband and I being caretakers for my grandfather have not had any form of respite since we took care of him, which, you know, it is what it is and we know what we signed up for. But to be in our late 20s and kind of wanting to get ready for that next phase of life, to have not been on a trip with my husband literally in over a year it's not a great feeling. And so us having time to travel and do things together outside of our home city state is a priority for us this year. And it's really, really exciting. And I'm really grateful that we have our, you know, my brother to kind of help out with that, because I don't know how he would do it otherwise. You know, with caretaking, our life does ultimately end up having to be really planned around my grandfather. And again, commitment we made. One of the ways that folks can ensure that they can keep caretaking is by taking care of themselves. Read 8 books. I'm already reading one right now. I'm reading Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Love Carly Fortune. And I'm loving the book. I'm like halfway through. Get 200 YouTube subscribers. I'm feeling really good about that one. Now that I am in a good cadence here with long form and short form content, and I'm already at 40 subscribers, which is so exciting. And, you know, my husband and I were even talking about today, like the possibility of me upgrading my camera if this continues to feel like something I'm doing and committed to. And it does really feel like that. So exciting. Celebrate turning, I put 28 again, if only. Celebrate turning 29. My free spot, try Pilates. I want to go to a Pilates class. I do 2 no spend months. I did 2 no spend months last year. Believe it or not, January was actually supposed to be a no spend month for me. And I gave up actually purchasing this little quarter button up that you see me wearing. Finish a puzzle. Find a new food to like. I did that based on the California rolls thing. That was the first form of sushi that I've realized that I like, so I want to try and push myself a little bit more. Finish 3 sewing projects, and I do mean 3 unique sewing projects. So like 3 unique sewing projects. So like doing a bag and then doing like a small quilt and then doing the ornaments, like 3 separate things. Go to the pool 5 times. I went to our local pool this summer and I really enjoyed it, and I kind of just wanted to give myself a number for that one. Go to 3 concerts. Did lower the number. I did just sign up for a pre-sale for a tour today, so hopefully I can get tickets to that. Try 3 new restaurants. Move up in my career. I've been in my same role. I'm coming up on 2 years, and I truly believe that it's time for me to move up or advance, and I'm hoping that I have that opportunity this year. Make 2 more friends. Get in a watercolor painting. I should have just put try watercolor painting, because if I don't like it, I don't like it. But I almost bought that book that everyone uses literally yesterday at a coffee shop, but I didn't buy it. It felt impulsive. And then Jarrell gets to move into his own office. I yap way too much on here that sometimes I forget what I've talked about, but my husband and I currently share an office. He has an office space that he just hasn't moved into yet. So hopefully by the end of 2026, he will be in there, and my office will be my office for a little bit. I say a little bit because one day that will eventually turn into a nursery, hopefully. That is my 2026 bingo card. Again, I talk about it all the time. My favorite thing about filming on YouTube is I get to come back to this in a year and see how I'm feeling, see what has been accomplished, and just see, like, literally see the growth, which is such a privilege. So it's gonna be a short video this week, but I desperately need to catch up on uploading content. So I do think either next week or the following week, maybe even both, I will have 2 vlogs go live, and then I'll get back into the cadence of vlogging. I haven't picked up my camera literally since Christmas. This is getting filmed the night before it's going live. So this is as real time as you guys are probably gonna ever see content again. Pretty cool, pretty special. Otherwise, I think I've talked about it in other vlogs, but I want to make that window between filming and live much smaller than it is right now. And, you know, I did that so that I would be successful and make sure that I could be consistent at vlogging. But now I'm at a good point where I'm like, I think I can pivot a little bit. Some other goals, I guess, that I'll just throw out there, things to look forward to, or things you'll hear me talk about in some upcoming videos. I'm trying to lower my screen time, more specifically like my doom scrolling. So I have started picking up my iPad a lot more, and I've been playing iPad games, so I'm kind of an iPad kid right now. But I've also been using the planner in my iPad more, and then I started reading again. I'm trying for like low stimulating activities before bed instead of scrolling. Like once I'm in bed, I am not scrolling, especially after 11. 11 is like my hard cutoff time because I go to bed way too late. This is exciting. I'm really wanting to rethink and pivot with my personal style. That's it's not too different. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of worried that a lot of people are going to be like, that's not very different at all. I made my Pinterest board, like my Pinterest inspo for this new style about 3 days ago. I went thrifting yesterday and spent about $100 and got a lot of clothes, so I can't wait to start filming about that. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you would like to. I try and upload every single week, and I will see you in the next one. So see you later.